One more map to go, ladies and gentlemen. A matchup that we didn't really have any idea as to what was to come, but an interview from Zelsis, I believe, that kind of talked about when they opened up versus Liquid here on Vertigo, Vince, they thought the map, or he thought the map, was closer than it really was. Closer than the score may have shown. But I think Grim, most notably, what's up, Grim, and his newly found teammates absolutely tore through them. So I'm not taking that beating much in mind. I want to see what Triumph have to offer here on Vertigo, and I want to see if ZPG can really step up behind Zelsis' statement. To think that he had 26 kills on the first half of that map, and then, or he was like 26 and 7, and then never got anything further, Vince. It was stopped pretty quickly. And Moose, well, he won't be stopped, it seems. Not until he gets inside of the bomb site. And Marky just tapping with the silent pistol completely shuts that one down. I'm sure in Triumph's mind, they thought they had a bomb plant. Marky had other ideas.
That's a sensational hold, honestly. Some really good flashbangs tossed in as well, although one of them was from the T's. From Spongy, I think, actually wrecked his teammates, but there was another one tossed in from the CTs, but really, really well played. And I think Maui Snake was spot on, you know, regardless of how that last map went and how disappointing it went for them, there's still so much on the line. Like, this is such an important moment in these players' careers, so you cannot dwell on that. You've just got to start pressing forward, take Vertigo, almost like a best of one. Nothing else has happened. You just come into this game fresh. Zelsis with the FAMAS with one, gets charged down from Spongy's P250, but our Marky can try and hold the line. It's an awkward fight, but he gets it done, and the bomb gets dropped on ramp. That's great news for the CTs because the B site was swarmed, but they're not going to get a plant behind that, and just one casualty to boot. So ZPG, solid start.
Good conversion. Obviously, wasting no time to get the big AKs in hand. Triumph going to buy up. Going to be lackluster utility out the gate. 3 smokes, 2 flashes. Sheikh Zula gets his nades in, and all right, there's Spongy as well. So just very little to deal damage, but at least they can hit multiple attempts at an execute. Keep your eyes on Spongy as he chills here at the base of B. Feel like Godz fell victim to Liquid's consistent A hits. The aggression from Liquid, obviously knowing they were the heavy favorites, played into that map. Kind of the same way that Furia just ran through their opening opponents. Our final favorites know that they are cut from a different cloth than the other contenders. This map, clearly, almost too close to call. 2 overtime wins back each way. Sheikh Zula, the front runner here towards the B site. Labored spray down into the head of Zelsis, but it's Marky with yet another tree. Oh, trio? 3K. Moose, he's on the flank here, Vince.
On the flank, trying to see if he can stop these from getting the bomb plant. Good flashbang in from Dazzle. And Marky already on 10, 246 ADR. Up against Junior, who is going to lay him down, but the bomb in an awkward position. Not really a feasible way forward other than raw power and raw fragging if Junior wants to take this one down. He'll be very weary of the time, which is working against him. Effectively a third adversary that he has to contend with. Does have full HP, but going to make noise on his way down, and Dazzle does not allow him any further path towards potential success. So another solid round, and Marky, he's been a little bit absent, especially on that Mirage. He went very, very quiet, but man, he has stepped up with authority on this Vertigo.
Hell yeah, he has. And 10 and 2 already. That is kind of nuts. We've got 6 kills total for Triumph. 5 kills for Marky's other 4 teammates combined. A pistol round from Triumph has them leaning towards A, and Godz do the same. Majority of their members in position. Dazzle, I'm curious to see his consistency on ramp. The only reason he's been quiet so far in Vertigo is because he hasn't had a chance with the likes of Marky popping off. Cooper, back towards mid, falls victim to Moose's M4. Back to the 3v3 we go, but no utility for Triumph here. And of course, just that one rifle in the hands of Moose. Dazzle, he should best penny. Yeah, easy execution. He's got the edge right back. He has done everything here in round 4.
real linchpin plays. As you say, it hasn't been called upon just yet. So this is the first time that they've shone that dazzle light in the air and asked him to really step up. And he's done just that. He's now perched off in the elevators, playing more passively, watching middle. This does keep one player over on this side. Dazzle's still on for the ace. Keep that in mind. Although he's against Moose, who's the only fragger on the T side. So the two heavy hitters come against each other, and it's Infinite that actually puts the Moose down once and for all. 4-0 start as a Pug Godz, and Triumph unable to really keep that momentum from the last map going. And I just realized as well, by the way, Scrawny, like Triumph for that kind of like troll caster team, you got Moose instead of Moses, Penny instead of Pansy, then Spongy instead of Sponge. That's, I think, why in my head I've already made a mistake, right?
All right, yeah, because I heard the Pansy come out on Mirage. I heard that slip up, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's acceptable. Luckily, Sheikh Zula's one of a kind, so we won't have to worry about him. But
they got
now my mind's racing. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. You've opened my mind's eye, Vince. We need to solve the puzzle here. Who are these last two mysterious caster fraggers? I know they're not casters because they have already more than, one kill.
True.
Painfully true, right? Penny, he's looking to creep and crawl around the side of A-Site, Infinite and Zelsis, shoulder to shoulder. And then, of course, Dazzle keeping eyes over towards the top of ramp. But a well-timed boost behind this metal wall can be fantastic. They're not going to go for it. Infinite, he's going to activate moving forward. Saw the second backpack and just topples the initial play. Zelsis with a headshot. This is nothing but rifle headshots until Dazzle with that last one still wins the round. 5 rounds to 0. 5 kills to 0 in that 5th one. Infinite, perfect timing. You could see him and Zelsis kind of toying with the setup, not quite sure to temper their aggression or really throw a wrench in the works, and they find the timing to a T. Don't forget, we've had the Pug Godz choosing into Vertigo on multiple series since this particular 5-man roster had formed just days ago. It's the decider map, not the pick. But it does seem to lend its favor to them thus far.
Under normal circumstances, Gorny, I'm looking at how this game has started. If I hadn't seen the previous map, I'm thinking, geez, 5-0 really fast. As you said, like a couple of these rounds have been really easy. 3 players yet to get off 1 kill. They're all stuck on 1. But then you think, okay, never mind. We've been in this situation before, and keep in mind it was the T side for Triumph on Mirage that was lackluster, and their CT side was unreal. So do you know what, dude, this could go 15-0 the first half, and I'm still going to believe at this point.
Dazzle's got a great position. I love this boost. Here's the burning target inside of the bomb plant itself. Spongy gets the job done. Silver lining secured. But how thick of an outline is it? A few more frags versus these rifles would be massive, but the retake seems to get rolling. Smokes move forward first. The fact that there's 5 survivors for Triumph and the bomb's halfway gone got me a little ambitious. They're going to connect the first kill finally. It's Penny to fall, and now the T's just flood out from their anthill. Infinite swapping to the Deagle, the defuse coming through, and those collapse of the biggest of sidearms is enough to keep Triumph at bay. 6 rounds to 0.
Slick 4K as well from Infinite, whipping up the Deagle at the end of the round, just using that pillar as a devastating approach. 6-0 was a bomb plant, full round loss bonus in effect, of course. The Triumph going to have a full buy, no issues at all. Not completely out of the ordinary to see no AWP on the T side. It's very much a mobile map, but look at these grenades and incendiary damage. My God, they've been destroyed. And Zelsis through the smoke finishes off the softened target. He finishes what he started with those nades, and it goes from bad to worse to dire. Triumph instantly getting repelled, and Junior last man standing 1 versus 4. Zelsis is low. They last saw him on the ramp, but he has no idea as to where the other players are, and Infinite, while flashbanged, adding insult to injury. A 7-0, one of the fastest 7-0s that you'll actually see. It feels like all these rounds are only lasting about 20 seconds.
I'm getting nervous, Vince. I knew that the first two maps were too good to be true. The likelihood of a third one seemed impossible. But you know what? There was a time on Mirage, kind of, you know, the entire first half, where I also thought Triumph were done for. So maybe they just play better off the back foot, but they are giving Godz way too much room for comfort. Junior, he's just hopeful for a pick here, looking to get the 5v3, but Cooper bests him, shaves his head off just over top of that smoke. Cooper's second kill of the map. Dazzle still unkillable. They lose their man advantage, but the task at hand remains. Get into A, no matter the cost, it seems. Penny burned off for the moment. Still more than a minute to work, but they have no presence elsewhere. And I feel like Godz have been very good at just locking them out of this side of the map.
Yeah, A has been impenetrable, it would seem. It's been this Dazzle, an infinite duo that's so deadly to contend with. Cooper pushed up on the close angle, gonna get the first, could even wrap around for a second, goes in for seconds. He's gonna burn alive, but he shuts down side single-handedly, allowing enough time for that third player, Marquis, to come in from B site. And it's looking like it may end more of the same. Sheikh Zula going to be boosted up from his teammate to try and bypass some of these defensive positions. It's a nice effort, but he misses out on the spray. The bomb goes down alongside Moose. And this unanswered win streak continues. And it is picking up pace at an alarmingly fast rate.
Cooper burning to a crisp for the cause, but good rifle work before going down there. Another attempt from Triumph into that A site. I mean, I understand why you wanted to avoid B. Marquis has been a beast since the very start of this map, and he looks to keep holding it down. 121 ADR. Single AK for Moose. Spongey's going to try to walk up the staircase, and unless he gets that zinger of a Deeg shot. Marquis off of the flashbang, tries to connect a wall bang, and then keeps dropping utility of his own. He keeps up the fight. Fantastic flash. Had Penny not knowing where he was at. In fact, excuse me, that's a junior team flash that played against him. So pelted by the blinding light from both sides, Triumph just come to a grinding halt. Empty-handed in terms of both frags and rounds. 0-9. Uh, 16-0 alert. 16-0 alert.
I don't know, man. I'm still not going to count Triumph out just because of what I saw before. But I suppose in many aspects, at least on Mirage, even in some of the rounds where they were getting battered, they were making ground. They were taking mid-control. They're at least asking questions. They're just falling on deaf ears now for ZPG. They don't care. They got a point to prove. And I've got to give them a lot of credit, by the way, to come back after losing and arguably choking that last map. You had 12 match points. To lose that, then come back and perform to this level, fair play, like respect. Because a lot of teams would have crumbled. A lot of players would have crumbled underneath that weight.
There's a chance. Even 3v3, despite health still being very different. Spongy, I like his chances here. He's trying to find that perfect timing. May have just seen the smidgen of a CT. Now he knows he's got this bomb site under control ever so slightly. Infinite off the top rope. Teammate by his side. Good boost. Great boost, perhaps, had they dropped the bomb. But Moose will still get this planted. Smoke and a molly come volleying past the gens, and Infinite, with ice in his veins, holds his angle. There it is. Exactly what he was hoping for. Moose to make a move and to give away the man advantage. Now Spongy, 1 kill to his name here on Vertigo. was a key piece to some of those A-holds on Mirage. They're starting to push in. He hears the audio, can't manage the spray, and it's a perfect retake. The patience to get Moose off the bomb site first. Like 10 to 15 seconds of silence, Vince. And then it all unravels to the favor of Zapug Godz. Still, this half is flawless.
Still, Junior and Spongy yet to get off one kill. Collectively, combined, let me just do some quick math. They've got 14 frags, and we're moving into round 11. I mean, you have Marquis by himself has more kills than the entirety of Triumph. Dazzle and Infinite aren't far behind. Absolutely unreal how one-sided this has been, and it could be more of the same, but Cooper misses his shot. They mix up the pace, they go for aggression, but they line up for Dazzle. And in the form that he's in, with only one death, you better believe he's going to put those bullets down range on your faces. And now it could be more of the same. Zels is up on the boxes with an AUG. Marquis watching the back line, and Moose takes a tumble. Marquis in fine form. Zapug Godz are looking sharp. And Triumph continue to run into that blender and cut themselves up. Spongy has got his second kill. That's good news, but can he clutch this 1v4? Not looking good. Doesn't have control of the bomb, has a bit of time to play with, but 20 HP to his name, and they have a crossfire established. Dazzle is watching Sky, while his teammate Infinite was watching the ramp push. Connor, this is... I mean, you might be able to sound that 16-0 alarm now, to be fair, because I'm beginning to believe.
Yeah, I mean, it's there. It's there for the taking. I think I understand why. ZPG, again, constantly picking into Vertigo at times, not with this series. They got one of their preferred maps as their decider, and Triumph, a team that, you know, their own players said they have redone everything since these last two editions of Moose and Penny. But I think it's a sign of the times, Vince, when good news is Spongy getting his second kill.
Right.
Like, yay! That's a birthday party with nobody else showing up. Can't write them off just yet. They deserve that much because of the nature of Mirage. Couple of kills here from Cooper, doing what he does. Zelsis here as well to try and get one in. Junior, damage off of the pistol. Him and Penny. Oh, they've got it back to the 3v3, and that bomb, it could be planted. And, whoa, if Infinite's not careful, he's working with low health, but he's done enough to scare them off. Minute on the clock, and Triumph, they want to play the mid-round. Oh, Spongy, he's going to catch this flank. Oh, he just moves. And now Dazzle, he can back off. Had Dazzle just gotten caught, then options so open. This one will be tense, and Junior, he connects. There goes Cooper. It wasn't me that jinxed it. It was you, Vince.
My bad. I'm sorry, guys. Or maybe not. Hold on. Dazzle's still in this round. He's only died one time. He could feasibly pull this one off, but the angle is too good for Junior. And that really comes down to a lot of unfortunate timing from ZPG. You saw Cooper get caught in middle. It was still doable, even when they got the first opening picks with the Deagles. And the Galil, you can see here from Junior and Penny, they both get fragged. Even up until this point, it was when Cooper got caught in mid. And I think he switched to his pistol. He got found, and that was pretty much where things went awry. But listen, Triumph, you've got a round. That's great. It really is. I'm happy for you. But are you able to put another 3 behind it? 11-4 half wouldn't be the end of the world. But if they lose again here, I fear the worst for them.
Fair assessment. Interesting situation with lots of bodies stacking up here on the short shelf. Penny, oh, he falls victim to the wall bang. Infinite even gets another. The headshot versus Sheikh Zula, that's a tough pill to swallow, but they have no other choice. Their hand forced forward. Molotov to prevent the wraparound. They could get these two CTs flushed out if they all come rapidly up from ramp. Dazzle and Infinite just looking to be the rock of an A defense. There's the damage, but they both give cover, and neither one of them falls. Right back to the flawless fashion that got them this 10-round lead, Vin. Junior's trying to creep through the sides of the smoke. He's the one that kicked off that 3v3 last round. There's Deltas now removed a second into Dazzle, but a 12-1 score nonetheless.
Oh, it's happened. The worst case It's happened. Zpog Godz instantly come back with a victory because of all the round loss bonus that was accruing and because of the nature in which actually Triumph won the round with pistols. They're going to be able to buy again without too many issues, but best case 12-3. I mean, we have been in a very similar situation like that not too long ago, but I'm not entirely sure if Triumph will be able to have a CT side as solid on Vertigo as they did on Mirage. There's a lot of question marks that need to be answered. Dazzle, big damage done down onto ramp, and Shakzula, who is flashed out from his teammate again. We've seen that happen a few times now. It's been Penny and Spongy that have done this a few moments. Maybe not the cohesion that you'd be hoping for from the T's, but Moose, a player that even when he's not firing in all cylinders is still a very real threat and danger, puts down the bullet onto Cooper. It's a 4-on-4, but the HP certainly in favor of the CT.
Marky doesn't have to worry about mid just yet. Oh, Penny. He finds a crucial kill versus Infinite, but look at Celsius. Just playing with his food. If he could push him off the building, I think he would. Oh, Celsius, you little rat. I love it. I love it so much because you know Junior's calling his team over like, guys, we can execute. And unfortunately for Triumph, Celsius could do everything here. Oh, there's Spongy the first, the second, drops for the third, and that's where Moose puts an end to his games. But still, he had his fun. And obviously, everybody else for Godz ready to receive. Marky locks it down, 13-1.
Oh, I just like imagine that voiceover. It was at this moment Triumph knew they done goofed. You know, as soon as he shoots the first player, why is no one checking the angle? You can just imagine the tilt. But they've got a detox.
Taken back. Celsius, he's feeling fired up. I mean, you've got to, dude. I know Celsius's attitude enough to know that he's probably so pissed off at himself for kind of not following through on Mirage, where after such a lights out performance, it would have just taken one more 3K, one more entry. So all of that pent up aggression now coming out here on Vertigo. Referees trying to step in to stop it, but this Godz just beating everybody that gets in their way. Cooper able to claw one off. Penny, he had made it inward. Shake Zula nearly towards the bomb site, but Celsius with a double kill already just needs the third, and Junior's gonna go down. That's 14-1. We're gonna take a break and come back, and I don't know what we come back to, but it might be over quick.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Show me the money. Show me the money. Yeah. Because it feels good right now. Yeah. Gotta show me the money. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Never been around wealth. Now I'm surrounded. Nice cars at the mansion right next to the fountain. Woo. CEOs and business suits and private accountants. Yeah. Summertime parties by the pool. We lounging. Then by night we out stunting on the main strip. Out of state trips, cars with the paint drip. How could you hate this? Jewelry in my chain sit. That's the life I wanna live. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. It's all about the lifestyle. Yeah. It's all about the lifestyle. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. It's all about the lifestyle. It's all about the lifestyle. Yeah. Come on. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. Never have to worry if I have enough dough. Fashion show out in Paris in the front row. Party every night, I don't have time to sleep. Next day it's the same, just rinse and repeat. Summertime trips on the yacht to the island. Squad rolling with me and we do a lot of wildin'. Bottle of whatever you want, just put your order in. You can have as much as you want, there's plenty more of them. Yeah, show me the money.
A cloaked stranger emerges from the bushes, and in his left hand, he offers you a 16-1. In his second hand, Vince, he offers you the comeback of a lifetime. Make your choice.
I'll go for the comeback. Let's do it. Let's just get one of the most memorable comebacks back-to-back in CSGO history. It really would be, but Penny is going to start things off with a bang. Cooper's head splattered against the wall, and the bomb has been dropped. Easily retrieved, has now been picked up from Dazzle. But, again, similar to what we spoke about last map, Triumph need to start with a pistol. They did just that. Then they lost the subsequent round. And then the comeback began. Penny tagged, fragged, and it will be Z-Pug. Godz taking the initiative, pushing up aggressively. Sheikh Zula wanted to try and sneak his way behind the sandbags.
Oh.
2 kills from there is ridiculous. He had no right to do that. How the hell's that happened?
I don't know. But Triumph are going to take it. Zelsis, he's looking to take them down from the flank now. He executes Moose, doubles up onto Spongy. The Glock makes the difference for who was the star of Mirage. Junior, a man who feels the heat in the most recent roster moves. Said he saw the light at the end of the tunnel for this team, but it's a matter of getting there. Well, he needs to shine brighter than anybody else, and Marky's having none of it. It seems as though there's only one round to go, unless Triumph can do to their opponents what was done to them on map 2. A force buy after losing pistol, perhaps. Sheikh Zula, best effort. With that second headshot, I thought maybe there's a chance, but look at the tools they have to work with. The equivalent of a piece of gum and a broken stick. An MP9 on Penny is the hardest hit they'll have to offer over.
Yeah, it may have felt like there was a glimpse of light at the end of the tunnel after that second map, but it turns out, Scrawny, maybe it was just a freight train headed their way. Because the Pug Gods, these guys have looked sharp. Nothing dull about their senses coming into Vertigo. I had my questions, I'll be honest, and I am happy to stand corrected. They came out all guns blazing, able to reset and then some, and they are on the brink of pulling off the 2-1 victory. Sure, they should have had it done a map previously. It doesn't matter. A win is a win. Moose stuck top side of ladder. Players encircling around him. Zelsis up close with a MAC-10. If he peeks, he should be a goner, and he's been put down, and that may be the first domino starting to fall into place for the Pug Gods as they take a bit of mid-control. Spongy stood here with a Desert Eagle in hand, narrowly misses out on a chance. Plenty of damage has been dished out to Zelsis, but he still stands tall, and Dazzle goes in for the entry. It's looking like this could be all she wrote for the best of 3.
Yeah, excuse my pun, but it's looking grim for Triumph. Infinite, he's just going to tuck back into the site, leaving these CTs to clamor over, as hesitant as they are, because they know that unless this sticks, this map and their tournament life is over. Penny and Junior, so ill-equipped. It's just the Deagle for Triumph's offer, and he goes down. The Pug Gods absolutely taking control of map 3. A 16-1 that is a total contrast compared to the first 2 maps.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you couldn't really have guessed that this was going to come into fruition. I thought if it was going to be a 16-1, it would be Triumph. I thought this was their game now, honestly. I thought the momentum was entirely in their favor. But, hey, look, the Pug Gods, fair play. I'm going to give you so much credit for that. Like, to come back and perform to that level and that stature,
yep,
I can't
absolutely
hold that against them at all.
And I think if the veto goes differently, this could have been a very close third map. Let's swap Inferno for Vertigo, what has been ZPG's usual map choice, and we would have gotten an awesome barn burner of a final third. But they had that comfort on Vertigo, and this new roster in Triumph just doesn't seem ready yet. They themselves said it, and at least they have the composure, they have the ability to claw back. We saw that happen on both of those first 2 maps, but this one comes to a close. And now the real fun starts. Jason Moses O'Toole making his debut as Team Liquid's coach. After the break, we'll see you guys there.